Hello and welcome. We've got a fun one today. A brand new box of race cards from the 1992 Maxx NASCAR series. So let's open these up and we'll check out what is in store. It's always fun opening up a new box. And over here we have our podium. So the cool cards that we find will go on there until there is one remaining at the end, and that will be the winner of today. Let's check this out. There are 14 cards per pack, and cool looking packs. Let's start with this bottom left stack. And today we're going to open up a stack of packs. And it's pretty cool. Down here is some cardboard you could see in the base, so it looks like they were giving some stability to the box. I think it's the first time I've seen that in a box, so pretty cool. So here we go. Very cool looking packs too. Let me put these aside. We'll bring up our pack looker right here, and very cool. I kind of like it. Look is nice. The feel is good. Again, 1992. It's the 5th anniversary edition, officially licensed by NASCAR. Let's check it out. And in here, there's going to be a couple really big names. Obviously, Dale Earnhardt. We got some Davey Allison, Richard Petty, Jeff Gordon, and a lot of other ones. So let's get ripping and see what they look like. All right. So here we've got the back, the Coca-Cola 600, card number 178, and this, race number 10. So interesting. This back looks different, obviously, than the other ones. I wonder if there's a special insert kind of sub-series or what makes these unique. But doesn't look like any of the others. So I wonder if there's going to be an insert like that in the back of each. Or not, but either way, that's pretty cool. And there's that card right there. So what I'll do is I'm going to put that into a sleeve just because I don't know anything about it. And maybe it's rare, maybe it's not, but it looks to be in pretty good shape except for this corner down here. But I'll put it into a sleeve and we'll learn more as we go. And then I'm sure sooner than later it'll become very apparent kind of what's what. But that's cool. And when we talk about value, most of these are going to be common values. There's a few that'll stand out. As we see those, I'll kind of call them out. So if you're following along and you've got something, then you may be worth checking out, holding on to. But on we go. Wow, this is really cool. So check out the front of these cards. It has this really nice kind of triple gold border, their name in gold, and the Maxx logo on the top right is in gold. These are some really beautiful looking cards. I like that, especially the gold on black. So here we have Tom Peck, former Pennsylvania dirt track star. That's cool. Now what I am looking for on these cards are numbers. So it looks like the number is going to be right around here in the center. So that'll be helpful as we go. And we'll definitely look at each card just to get a feel for them because they're pretty cool. All right, John Paul Jr. Let me see. It appears they're facing that way. So that'll make it easier to at least show the fronts. But John Paul Jr. Really cool cards. I'm very impressed so far, especially with the gold lettering for the name on the bottom. This is a really nice touch. And we have Chad Little. Very cool. Mike McLaughlin. Try to give a little angle so you could check out the names as well. And well, I guess this isn't working so great because the names are showing up this way. We'll figure this out as we go. We got Wally Dallenbach Jr. So there we go. Hut Strickland. Pretty cool. We got Mark Martin. And the cards have a pretty nice thickness to them as well. They feel very, like here I'll hold this one. You could see it's like relatively sturdy. So a very nice feel in the hand. And there's Mark Martin. We got Rusty Wallace. Very cool. Again, great borders. I like that a lot. And we got Bob Ray Hilly. And Glenn Wood. And I guess as we get used to this and the flow, we'll go a little faster though. I think it's fun just exploring a new set, kind of getting a feel for it. We got Davey Allison. And Roger Penske. Very cool. Larry McClure. And Richard Childress. That's a very cool jacket, and I like that. And again, that name, the longer name in gold. Really cool. All right, we got a lot of packs to go, so we're going to speed this up a little bit. Though, if we see something cool, we'll kind of check it out, because that's pretty much what we do. So let's go on this journey and see what we find. Ooh, okay. So now we have a green card in back. So that first card we got in the first pack was this yellow one, number 178. And here we have a green one, number 64. So I don't know what these are about, but they're interesting. They're totally different cards as well. So maybe they're from a different set. I don't know. But I'm definitely curious, and I'll keep them aside. Huh. Interesting. All right. So I'm looking at the bottom here. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. So this has a 1989 copyright, and down here is a 1990. So I wonder if they're putting in random cards from the previous sets into these, which could be kind of cool. So I don't know. If you know, let me know, and I'll try to find out more as we go. But right now, we have Atlanta, which looks like it's a race card. We got race number 4. I think it's the Atlanta part of the series, the Motorcraft 500, Atlanta Motor Speedway in Hampton, Georgia. All right. And here we got Martinsville. Race number 8. All right, looked like the Atlanta was number 4. Here's race number 8. Then we got Dover. That's 3 races in a row. I wonder if this is a special kind of race and checklist pack. But that's kind of cool. We got checklist number 1. And 1 to 25. Okay, 1 through 25. And then on the back we have 26 through 50. And again, a really cool, like really nice look. That gold on the black border. Really liking these. Beautiful cards. We got Rookie of the Year. And this is going to be the 1991 Rookie of the Year. Let's get a name here. Ted Musgrave. Look, no typo. Bobby Hamilton. There we go. Emerges the winner by 17 points. Ted Musgrave second. Stanley Smith third, followed by Wally Dallenbach. All right. Very cool. Let's get that in focus for you. All right. Eddie Berschwal. Let's see. Very cool. The BGN champion. We got Dorsey Schroeder. And Lake Speed. The corner's a little roughed up here. You could see. I wonder if that was from just being in the pack. We got a memorable moments from September 7th, 1991. And let's see what this moment is now that we've seen the image. Richmond International Raceway became the second facility on the current Winston Cup circuit to host a night race. Bristol International was the first. Standing room only crowd was on hand to witness Harry Grant win his second straight race, marking the first time in more than a year that a driver had won back-to-back Winston Cup events. Very cool. Very, very cool. Another memorable moment. A couple of these coming up. All right. July 6th, Darrell Waltrip barrel rolled nearly a dozen times down the backstretch of Daytona without sustaining any major injuries. He came out and was treated and out later that afternoon. Whew. It looks wild. I'm glad everything was all right. And in Martinsville, Brett Bodine fought his way to a fourth place finish despite losing 90% of his brakes just 30 laps into the race. His brother Jeff finished 20th in the 500-lap event after he had transmission problems on lap 460. There we go. We got Donnie Richardson. And Ricky Pearson. So I really love these cards. The feel, the look. The only thing I would say I don't love is the orientation of the backs to the fronts. Because usually in most card sets you have it where you can have the cards down here and you kind of turn them this way and you kind of read the back and you read the front all in like one hand motion. This one seems to have done it opposite. So maybe if you were left-handed, that would work, which obviously gives me an idea now for the rest of these packs. I'll do it that way. And there you go. Sometimes solutions are buried right before your very eyes. You just have to ask the right question or say the right thing. So we are in our third pack. We've got Dick Beatty, looks like from the Maxx Race Card Collection, card number 108 of 240. And this is copyright 1991. So, Maxx 91. So I'm going to have to do a little research and see what these other cards that are in the back are all about. But we got Rookie of the Year, Jeff Gordon. This is definitely a cool one. Let's give him the horn. Very cool. Rookie of the Year. Obviously, if you know racing, you know Jeff Gordon. And this card in a high grade, a PSA 10. It's worth around $60 or so. But also keep in mind, PSA 10s are very hard to get, and especially so on black bordered cards. Because if you see here, even on the back, let me point it out, these white edges can detract, and it can be really, really hard to get a 10 on a black bordered card. That said, the front of this looks really, really nice. I don't see any whiting or white on the edges. Corners are sharp. So let's definitely put this into a sleeve and keep it in as good a shape as we can, because they're tough to find in good shape. So there we go. And with that, Jeff Gordon will take another podium. This time it's going to be our podium, and he will be the current champ of the day. And following that, we have Dick Trickle, Winston Cup Rookie of the Year in 1989. And I'm going to try my new left-handed turn. There we go. We're learning, and that'll make things go a lot faster. We got Larry Pearson, Ernie Elliott, Mike Beam, Larry McReynolds, Steve Hamill, New York native, we got Jeffrey Ellis, the son of former Grand National and now Winston Cup car owner at this time, Bill Ellis. Scott Robinette, the All-Pro first team. Very cool. And even these cards here, you have the first team here in gold, All-Pro on the bottom in gold. Beautiful cards. Really beautiful cards. Norman Kishimizu, All-Pro first team as well. He was the gas man. Very cool. We got Will Lind, All-Pro, tire specialist on the first team as well. And Slick Poston, All-Pro first team, the gear and transmission specialist. We got James Luter, machinist from that same All-Pro first team. So cool. These cards, the people, the styling, love it. And Larry Phillips, 1991 national champion. Looking sharp. And we move on to our next one. And I wonder if there are any inserts in here, if there are any autographs. I have no idea. I'm very new to all this. And here we have Donnie Wingo, crew chief. This looks like the Maxx 91 set. And even if we're looking at the other card from the previous, it was card 128 of 240. Here's card 108 of 240. So I think they are just previous year sets. They're putting one card in each pack of this 5th anniversary 1992 set. We got Tony Eury, Jeff Hensley, Watkins Glen, race number 18, Richmond. We have race number 22, Charlotte, race number 26, Michigan, race 14, We got checklist number 4. Neil Bennett. Jack Arute. Renee White. And what did they do? So she shared the title of Miss Winston with Beth Bruce on the circuit in 91 and will do so in 92. And this gentleman, veteran pit reporter and motorsport marketing manager. Member of the ABC Sports race coverage team, he was a key figure in their 90 and 91 Emmy Award-winning broadcasts in the Indy 500. Really cool. That's something you don't really see in other sports where, you don't really see announcer cards in the course sets and things like that. So I really like that, the depth they go in here. Larry McReynolds, crew chief on the All-Pro team as well. I think we're getting 2 cards. There we go. Harold Stott, All-Pro team, rear tire changer. And Steve Grissom. Jack Ingram. All right. Along we go to the next one. Steve Lloyd from that 1991 set. Bill Engel, crew chief. We got Glenn Bobo, the body man from the All-Pro team. Rockingham, race number 3. North Wilkesboro, race number 7. Charlotte, race number 10. 1991 champion, Dale Earnhardt. There we go. A familiar face. And this card in the PSA 10 is worth around $30 or so. And it's just around the grading cost potentially. So nothing wildly collector value on that. But in terms of historical value, very cool. Very, very cool. So we're going to sleeve him up. And we will continue with Jimmy Spencer. I like seeing the reflection of the gold name. Terry Labonte. We got Troy Beebe. Oh, cool. Looks like Taco Bell sponsorship on the hat and the shirt. Very cool. Ward Burton. Mark Stahl. Memorable moments. The finish at Michigan in August was the closest of any 1991 Winston Cup race. After starting 11th, Dale Jarrett beat Davey Allison to the checkered flag by mere inches. With his first ever Winston Cup win, Jarrett gave the Wood Brothers team their first trip to victory lane since 1987 and their 11th overall win at Michigan. Wow, that is a photo finish for sure. Another memorable moment. Ken Schrader put his Chevy up on 2 wheels as he negotiates a right-hand turn at Sears Point, one of the 2 road courses on the 1991 Winston Cup schedule. Despite reaching speeds of up to 150 miles an hour on certain areas of the 2.52-mile Sonoma, California track, its twisting turns bring the average lap speed down into the 80-mile-per-hour range. Schrader finished 5th in this race. Wow, that really is up on two wheels. Great photograph, too. And our last memorable moment from this pack, racing on the lead wrap, Darrell Waltrip and Davey Allison get together during the 1991 April race at Bristol. After reviewing videotapes, NASCAR put Allison at the back of the field for a subsequent restart. Both would finish on the lead lap, Davey coming back to take 3rd and Waltrip 6th. There you go. All right, next one up. And I like to feel like these, the foil they're using for these packs is a very thick, very quality feeling foil. All right, we got Rick Wilson from the 1988 set. There we go. We're going back. H.B. Bailey. Cecil Eunice. Davey Allison. There we go. Very cool in the front. Looks incredible. Let's give him the horn. And this card in a PSA 10 is worth around $80 or so. Again, very tricky to get that 10, but the front of this card is looking beautiful. And we'll save this for later and check out if it might be a candidate. But great to find that in really nice condition as well. So the question is, does Davey overtake the rookie, the BGN rookie, Busch Grand National of Jeff Gordon? I think we may give him the nod. Jeff was still new, so let's give Davey the podium, and we will keep on rolling with Kenny Wallace. We got Buddy Baker, Harry Melling, Bob Whitcomb, Travis Carter, Dave Fudge, or potentially Fuge. So if you know, let me know. I want to get the names right, if I can. Bill Elliott. Barry Dodson. David Ift. Leonard Wood. It's a cool shot right there. Clyde McLeod. All right. On we go. Here we're going back to 1989. Bill and Mickey Stavola. Brothers, two of the most successful industrialists on the East Coast. There we go. And moving on to the cards, we have Phil Parsons. Ricky Rudd. Rick Mast. Card number 1 in the set. Very cool American flag. Butch Mock. Len Wood. Chuck Ryder, Junior Johnson, Leo Jackson, the McClure brothers, memorable moments. So I won't go into all these because that could make this a very long video, but let me see if I can pull out a highlight. North Wilkesboro, 1991. Buddy Morrow, Bruce Roney, and Les Richter. Oh, and there's another card below that. Carl Hill. All right, we are down to our last 2 packs. Let's get exploring. So here we have Banquet Foods 300, card number 180 from the 1990 set. That's a very cool aerial view. And we got Waddle Wilson, Dale Inman, A.J. Foyt, Doug Reichert, All-Pro second team, and Tim Brewer, All-Pro third team. I like that card. It's like a double card. And again, I love their gold. The Maxx logo is gold, second team is in gold, third team is in gold, All-Pro. Really nice design on these. I don't know if the angle does it justice, but that's cool. I like that. And here's another one. Charles Presley, Gary Brooks. And it looks like another one after that. Paul Andrews and Mike Hill. So it seems like in this set or in this box, like cards come together. Like we had a lot of racetracks earlier. Now we have the 2-player cards. So maybe that's how they were kind of packed in. But we got Devin Barbie and Ronnie Rivas. That's cool. Norman Kojimzu and Jerry Schweitz. Rich Bickle. Phil Barkdahl. Peter Suspenzo. Shona Robinson. Bill Venturini. And Jeff Bodine. All right, we are on our last pack of the stack, and it's been really fun so far. I'm enjoying these a lot. I like the layout. I like the photos, the design. And we got Leo Jackson from the 1991 set. Pocono Racetrack, race number 13. Checklist number 3. Ned Jarrett. Winston Kelly. Beth Bruce. Mark Martin. That's cool. Horizontal card. Leo Jackson and Eddie Lanier of the All-Pro teams. We got Jeff Burton. Bobby Hillen Jr. Stanley Smith. Irv Harrer. Tom Kendall. Eddie Dickerson. And Robin Pemberton. So there we go. That is our first look into the 1992 Maxx Racing 5th anniversary cards. And we're going to check out our 2 leaders of the day. We have Davey Allison and the rookie, I'm trying to think with the BGN rookie, Busch Grand National Rookie of the Year for Jeff Gordon. Obviously, those who are deeply entrenched in the sport would know what BGN means. I'm still learning, so hopefully you welcome me into your fandom. But we got Busch Grand National of the Jeff Gordon rookie card and Davey Allison, awesome ones, as well as our 1991 champ of Dale Earnhardt. Let me see if there's any more stats around there worth mentioning. Yep, wins at Richmond, Martinsville, Talladega, North Wilkesboro, and 17 other top 10 finishes. So there you go. I think a great trio to round out our opening. And thanks for joining. I hope you learned something. Hope you had some fun. And there you have it. Until next time.